So thank you very much for joining us on this special Joy Sports interview. I've got the chance to speak to a budding sensation, an upcoming talent who is doing so well when it comes to long distance. And really in Ghana, we're noted to do well when we go for sprints, when we do well and when we compete in the sprints. It's been a long time since we spoke about somebody representing Ghana in 5,000 meters or 10,000 meters on the international stage, but we have a young man who is doing exactly that. William Amponsah joins me today, and just a few hours after participating in the Great North Run inside the United Kingdom, up to about 60,000 contestants, 60,000 competitors, and he came eighth. That was in the first 10, and that's absolutely huge. That's why we're going to talk about William, what he has done, what it means. And so it's good to have you. William, how are you doing? Thank you very much for joining me.
Yes, sir. Please, I'm good, sir. Thank you for the opportunity to be online with you. I'm so grateful, sir.
Yeah, that is William. He's very modest. This man is so modest, yes. But that's your national 5,000 meters, record holder there. Also joining us is Robin Todd, who has, and for those of you who have not seen the article I did on William on my Joy Online, you want to go and check it out, and then you can understand, because based on his relationship with William, I wrote an article from when he met William, how William has progressed, how he's helped him, and he hasn't stopped in the way. He's gone on to facilitate this and ensure that William participated in the Great North Run inside the United Kingdom. I must confess to you, Robin, I didn't know how big it was until I spoke to some of my colleagues from the BBC, and I was like, wow, this is really, really big. Thank you very much, Robin, for your time.
No, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. So, Robin, let me start with you. Why are you so motivated to push William all the way?
Okay, so I moved to Ghana in 2017, and I run myself, but not competitively, just recreationally. I'm in my 40s now. My time is gone.
Yeah.
But I remember in 2017, I ran in the Accra International Marathon, the 10K. I came second. William ran the 21K and he won. And so we had to wait around for our medals. It was quite fortunate, really. You know, sometimes you have to wait a long time. And we got talking, and I found out he was only 17. I saw the times that he was doing, and I thought, this boy has real potential. And so I linked him up with my running club in the UK, Grant Chapman, who's his coach, and the Royston Runners. We bought him a GPS watch. We linked him up to Strava. And then Grant started to provide him with a structured training plan every week. There's a number of boys from the Dachi Running Club who we're working with and supporting. And Grant sends him a training plan by WhatsApp every Monday. And he's been doing that for the last 4 years. And William stuck to the plan. I mean, of all the boys, he was the most dedicated, the most hardworking. He stuck to the plan exactly. And you're seeing the rewards that it's reaping today. I mean, his time today, 1 hour, 3 minutes, 15 seconds, even better than his 5,000 meters time, if you look at the World Athletic points that he gets for that. So, you know, it's a real pleasure to work with William and Grant and Dachi runners.
Good. That was just the point we're talking about. So it's a huge half marathon personal best. And for those of you who are coming into it, I know you do a lot of personal best when it comes to 100 meters, 200 meters. That we're talking about a huge half marathon personal best, and William has been improving. William, let me hear from you. How special was the event? I mean, what was going through your mind when you landed? Tell me.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. So when I came, before I came, I had a long chat with Mr. Todd, and he actually explained everything. Like it's like he knows everything about any international race. So before I came, he said there are 60,000 people. I said, wow, really? I said, he said yes. He said, but you are going to do it. I said, yes, I'll do it, because he knows about me, how determined I am to make progress. Yeah. So he spoke about how that I'll meet Kenisa and other elite athletes from all over. They're not always afraid. Like you see that there are some people, if they hear about this one is here, that one is here. They began to, wow, really, wow. So, but when he said it, I was just bold and I was just calm. So he actually spoke with me a lot. So he gave me some kind of imagination before I even came. So before I came, I even knew a lot about what I'm here to do. So yes.
That was good. But let's go through, because I'm told that your role model was part of this race.
Yes, that's Kenenisa Bekele.
So when you got onto the
Yes.
track, when you got there to the start line and you saw him and you saw the whole crowd, what was going through your mind before the race?
I think before we even got to the start, I saw him, and then he was just sitting down. So I greeted him, and he said hi. I said hi. I've been looking at you since I was in JHS and all that. He was like, wow, it's good. So when I got to the start, I've actually spoken with him already.
Okay.
So yeah. So I was so glad to see him and all of that. And even after the race, I even got the opportunity to take a picture with
With him,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, George, if you watch the first 5K of the race, you'll see that William is running right next to him.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
he's
what I was
not
going
looking at
to.
any of the other runners. He's
That,
running
that,
right
that,
next to Bekele for the first
that, that,
5K.
that's what I was going straight to. So
Yeah.
William, take us through the race then. So the race starts, and how did it go? Take us through the race, yeah.
Okay, so when it started, you see that most of the crowd are at our back. It's not that they are in front of me and all that. So as we were in front, we hear people shouting and all of that. But I was still bold I was still bold at the start. So when we started, I planned to run my own race. Yeah. So when we all start, I realized that I could move together with them to some point. So I just have to just keep up with them. Yeah. So as we were going, I was okay. I was comfortable. So I'll just inside them. I saw Kiplimo and all that because I raced with Kiplimo in the co- co- um Commonwealth Games.
Commonwealth Games, yes.
Yeah. So it was good to see all of them. All that. Yeah. So as we were going, it was in my mind because I already spoke with Mr. Todd that I'll be in the top 10. And he was like, yes. I said, okay. So as I was going, all that was running through my mind was that top 10. Top 10.
Why were
So
you
it
so
was like,
confident? Why were you so
throughout
confident?
the race, I was okay. Yeah, I was because actually for the past 1 year I've been participating in some international events and all that. So I really knew that one day I can be able to hit the top 3. So I'm always good. So like I don't fear I don't fear anything. Yes, I'm I'm always okay.
Good.
So I did. There's nothing to fear.
To fear, yeah. Congratulations once again. But when you got to the
Thank
finish
you.
line, yeah, when you got to the finish line and you realized it was eighth, what was your reaction?
Okay, actually I knew I was 8. I knew I was 8. Yes, as I was when it got to the last 3K, I knew I was at the 8. And you be even hear people talking about it. You are 8, top 10, 8, top 10. And I was like, yeah. So I knew, but someone was chasing me. If you can check from the time, you can see I ran 1 hour 3 and 1:05. The person also did 1 hour 3 and 1:06. So where I was, I was determined to stay there. So as the guy was chasing me, I think he actually forced me to go more. So I was so excited. So when I think when it was like 400 meters to go, he was really coming after me, and I was also really pumping it. So I was excited when I just crossed it. I was like, "Wow, we did it!"
Good, good.
So
And what have you
experience.
have you had any calls from mommy, daddy? Has anybody tried to reach you after you finished
Oh,
eighth? Have you seen you are trending
yes,
in Ghana? Have you seen all of that?
I've got thousands of messages on my phone because I don't get internet. I was not really get into the internet. I am like I'm actually about to respond to all of them. I think I've seen some of them that their posts on Facebook and like Instagram and all that. I think a lot of people have screenshot your stories.
Oh yeah, my tweet. Yes. Okay. Yes. Right.
Yeah. And it's all over. It's all over. So I'm about to take my time and just go through and just thank all of them. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah. Congratulations, William. Congratulations,
Yeah.
William. Okay. Yeah. So that's the William bit. Now let me come to you, Rob. Let me come to you, Rob. Obviously, Rob, let's try and put this in perspective. I mean, it was refreshing listening to William going through his story. Let's put this in perspective now. For those who are coming and who don't understand what the Great North Run is about, tell us about how high profile this is.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is an event that's been running for about 40 years now. I think this is the 41st running. It is one of the largest, if not the largest, half marathon in the world with the 60,000 competitors. But it attracts the top elite runners every year. Mo Farah has won it. Bekele has won it. You saw today Kiplimo. Every time the winner is going under 1 hour, and to go under 1 hour in a half marathon is a real elite achievement. So we're hopeful that this is the first of a number of times that William will be running it. For us, actually, to be honest, as runners and as racers, the time was more important for me today than the position. And the fact that William has run 1 hour, 3 minutes, he was aiming for 1:2. He was 16 seconds outside 1:2, but it's starting to put him in the level where, with a bit more improvement over the next 12 months, he's going to be world championship level, Olympic level. So he's pushed on to a certain point. There's a little bit more still to go, but if he can do that, we're going to have an even bigger success story in our hands than we have today.
Yeah, Rob, so how encouraged are you looking at how seriously he has taken the practice, how seriously he has taken the program, and the kind of inroads he's making with huge leaps in terms of his progress? How does that encourage you to do some more?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that encourages me the most is that William's only 22 years old. And if you look at distance running, this is a sport where you peak in your mid to late 20s, if not into your 30s. You know, Bekele, who was running today, is 40 years old. So generally what happens is you start out with the 5,000, 10,000 when you're in your 20s, then you transition in your 30s to the half marathon. And William has a natural endurance. He's a better 21K runner, in my opinion, than a 5K runner. He doesn't have that fast kick, but he's got that heart and that desire and the endurance. And so if he manages his career well, if he's advised well, he's got almost 20 years of running ahead of him. And it's going to be another 5-6 years before he hits his peak. So that's the thing that really encourages me the most, is the age that he's at and the times he's running at that age.
Yeah, since I'm going to do this around the competition, let me just quickly ask you, William, maybe you have to unmute quickly for me. You can unmute, and then I'll ask you this question. Very important. Okay, right, he's on it. Let me ask you this question. So, William, after doing this, how confident have you become? And we know that, for instance, there are great things like other competitions that Rob will want to get you into. That would be great. We look forward to that. Plus, there's a World Athletics Championships and many things to come. What are some of the targets you have in your mind? What are some of the things that you want to do from here after this performance?
Okay. Thank you so much. I think we spoke about the about the course. Mr. Todd spoke with me about the course and all that. Like I think he knows a lot about about running. I'm even studying more from him. So the course was is like a little tough because there was some hills in there. So the time I did, I am so impressed about it actually. Yes, and I know that I can do like even after any events, I knew that I would have done more. I knew I would have done more because after every race, after I crossed the line, I'm so like it's like I am still strong. I can still go more. Yeah. So me, I think by 4 months time, I can do like sub 1 hour 2 minutes. Yeah, because if you can check, I know you have been following me for a very long time. If you can check, like every year I improve times. Every year my times are improved every year, and that is exactly what I've that's exactly the goals I have set. Like every year I have to do better than what I did in the previous year. Every year I have to do better than what I did previously. So that has been my focus. And Mr. Todd also spoke about he speaks to me a lot. You know, in our place, everyone who wants win it. But sometimes it takes time to Mr. Todd spoke about progression. Yeah, so it's always in my mind. You have to make progress in every race. So every progress that you make gets you closer to higher
higher pedestal. That's excellent.
Stages. Yeah, so anytime you do a race and you are able to beat your time every year, it takes you closer to the international stage. Yeah, so that's what is always in my mind. So I am so confident that I'll be doing better than even what I've done today and back in the Commonwealth Games. Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Stuff. Excellent stuff, William. I believe in your trade, in your actor career. We're hoping that a lot will come from it. Rob, let me just take the last one from you before we can wrap this one up. And what are some of the things we need to do to ensure that William is up there? I mean, you have started very, very well, but in terms of support, in terms of something, what do we need to do? I know off the record we had our own discussion, but what do you think needs to be done going forward?
Yeah. So I mean, I feel that in Ghana, we need to start giving distance running a lot more attention. We don't have any IAAF certified races here in Ghana. Often when we run races, the courses are not accurately marked, particularly an issue with road running. So William now, he needs to run international races. Running in Ghana is not going to help him get IAAF ranking points. So I feel the next stage for him is a training camp in Ethiopia, Kenya, or Uganda. We're following up Uganda. We think Uganda could be very promising. But let's also forget, William's a student. He's a student of UEW, and he needs to get his degree. He's a level 300.
It's actually the point. Yes. He's a level
300 student. So he'll be going straight back to Winneba, and he'll be attending his classes. And if he's not attending his classes, he's not going to a training camp. So it's really important that we look long term, that we balance the studies with the training over the next 12 months until he's got that degree. And then longer term, as I said, a training camp. And then let's look at the World Half Marathon Championships. Let's look at the All Africa Games coming 2023, September. In Accra, and then we'll take it from there. As William said, it's about progression and it's about experience. But really, to move on now, I think he needs to go to East Africa. And this is what's great about distance running as a sport. It's something that's accessible to every Ghanaian. All you need is a pair of shoes. all you need is a pair of shoes to run around the road. I do 90 kilometers a week running around the streets of Accra.
Oh,
William
wow.
does more than that. William does
Yeah.
more than that, running around the streets of Agona Swedru. You don't need a track. You don't need anything certified. And then, the next level is not going to Europe or America. It's in Africa. So I really want us to look at how Dachi runners, how UEW, we can work to have this with Ghana Athletics. And I should say that Mr. Bauer Faseni and Ghana Athletics Association have been absolutely critical in this. We couldn't have done this without Mr. Bauer and GAA. But let's look at how we can get that progression pathway so that, what happens, George, you get talented runners who just fall by the wayside. There are a lot of very good 21K, 10K runners in Ghana. Let's look at giving opportunities so they go to Nigeria, IAAF races, and then moving them on from there. So that for me is the plan. And Grant, who is William's coach, he doesn't just coach William. With the Dachi runners, he's coaching about a dozen young people in Swedru every week. So I'm really hopeful that working together, this is just the start of some great things, not just for William, but for distance running in Ghana.
Excellent stuff there, and it's great. So you just mentioned Grant's name. We'll head on to speak to Grant right now. But congratulations to you once again, William, for doing this. Congratulations. Ghana's with you, and I like the fact that you're blazing the trail. Sometimes when we are speaking, they don't quite understand it. But congratulations to you. Let's have the coach. Let's have your coach with you. I mean, your coach now. So I have William's coach, Coach Grant Chapman, who is doing a great job. Coach, thank you so much. In Ghana, we say Akwaba. Hello, welcome. Say hello to Ghana.
Hello, Ghana.
Okay. We're so excited, thrilled about William's latest feat at the Great North Run, finishing 8th, and more importantly, running a huge personal best in the half marathon. Can you tell us, were you that expectant? Did you think William was good to do this?
Yeah, I had faith in him. He's done the training. He's got the ability, and he was feeling confident as well. I think my only concern was that he had to do a lot of travelling beforehand. So I thought maybe he might be a little bit tired from that, but he excelled himself. So yeah, we had faith that he would do well. Top 10 was always the aim. We believed that could happen. So we're just trying to take steps to progress each time he races something. Just see how far he can take it.
Yeah, I assume you were very impressed to see that 8th position and finish in the top 10, giving all the problems with having to get through immigration and get to the UK on time.
Yes, exactly. And I think he was just telling you that he had a gentleman running behind him who was trying to catch him, and it spurred him on to go faster, to not let that guy get past, and to keep the place that he already had. I think in some of William's races, maybe a lot of William's races, I know some of the other athletes, Ghanaian athletes he has raced against, and they're good athletes. But William has often come first in races, certainly on home soil. And I think it's good for him to have other runners around him who do test him, so that he's not the one in front. He's chasing people. He even getting beaten is in its own way, it's good. It's a learning curve.
Right. So you can tell us, because you train him, you speak with him all the time. How far do you think William can go if we do the right things and give him the kind of support he needs?
Well, he was very, very happy with what happened today. He was very happy with his 8th place. And we discussed this afterwards, and we were talking about what else could he do to become more accomplished, to become faster, to get better times and positions. And we found several things that we think he needs to start doing, or that he could benefit from. So I think there's a lot more to come. I really don't think he's doing everything that he could possibly do right at this moment.
Right, just the final one before I let you go. I mean, Rob was giving us an idea of how important it is to get him international competitions, because that's where the level is at, so we can really gauge. You being the coach, what can you suggest right now? Because I know people are getting interested in what William is doing, just in case we have someone who would love to support a long distance runner. For how many? The last time we had any active long distance runner in Ghana was far back in 1974. To give you an idea of how quiet the scene has been. So this is a new thing that's happening for us, and we have to rally behind it. If there's somebody listening and watching who wants to support, what kind of support would you suggest a person, goes along?
We need to facilitate William going to the kinds of races that he's been able to go to today. He needs to go and be among elite fields, of champions. He needs to go and see his heroes and believe that he belongs amongst them in these races. So he needs to go and he needs to be challenged. Yes. So really, it sounds a bit crude, but it does come down to money, perhaps, because money buys plane tickets if he wants to race in other countries. He's lucky here that that Mr. Todd has been able to fund him in some ways. Also, the running club that I run for, one of the people in the club is going to give him his accommodation. But in future, that is definitely what he needs. If once he's on the start line, he's doing all the right things, or he will be soon. But often these races are the big international fields, they can be in different countries. So he does very well in Ghana. There are a number of excellent races in Ghana, but he does need to be amongst the elites.
Right, Coach Grant Chapman, a big thank you to you, and congratulations on this very big win. As you can see, it's reverberated across the length and breadth of the country. Everybody's talking about William Amponsah and the fact that he could come out top 8 out of over 60,000 runners. That's absolutely crazy. I mean, so clearly indicating once again that there's some talent in there. There's something that we can work on. I have to say once again, we're so grateful for all the support that you're giving him. We'll do our best here to try and continue to sensitize everybody that this is a talent who is proving that he's worth every investment, every penny of an investment. So thank you very much, Coach Grant Chapman, for your time on this little call. We'll definitely talk some time.
George, thank you very much for having me. We really appreciate your support and your backing of William. I think that's going to really help. I've really enjoyed talking to you. So, take care. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's coach of William Amponsah, Grant Chapman. We also spoke to Robin Todd, who's an excellent facilitator, also a former distance runner. He still runs, so I'm not sure he'll be happy with the former, but he still does his bit of running. It's just not in the category of William and Cole. And a big thank you to all of you for watching us on this Joy Sports special. Hopefully we bring out what you need to know, and we take a big step in making sure that we help William to get into the elite in the world, and he's got everything to do that. Thank you guys.
Michaela also looks laboured running alongside him, because he is he's a younger generation as well, but it just seems that easy and that fluid to Borrego.